excited. Today is Sunday. Y'all, we made it to see. Y'all, every time I think about this, we made it to episode 20. This is our season finale. Ooh, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. To say I'm grateful really is an understatement, because my heart, flowing from my heart, is just gratefulness, y'all. I'm so excited. You guys, I'm not even going to hold us up long, because yesterday, if you watched yesterday, my dad, first of all, my dad just dropped all the gems and all the nuggets, had me crying on live. I had said I wasn't going to cry on live. Ended up crying on live. But it's all good. It's all good. Today, I have a special guest. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. As my live audience joins in, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Y'all been rocking with us since episode 1, and I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all so much. So without further ado, am I missing anything? I don't think so. Without further ado, y'all, I'm going to just go ahead and bring on my special guest for our season finale of I Woke Up Black. All right, I'm about to bring them in. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Hey there, everybody.
Oh, freedom.
Yes.
Oh, freedom.
Sing.
Oh, freedom over me. But before I be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave.
Yeah, Lord.
And go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom.
Yes, sir.
Oh, freedom.
Sing it, me.
Oh, freedom over me. But before I be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Good morning.
Good morning. Me. And
yes.
Did y'all check out how my grandmother said good morning like she ain't just sing this I Woke Up Black down? Do you hear me? Me. Okay, because everybody going, oh, I'm just so excited. Y'all hear my grandmother was sing? Woo! All right, y'all, I know who this beautiful lady is. This beautiful young lady is. I know her. I've been knowing her my whole life, but I want to introduce everybody else to this lovely lady we have on this screen. Here we have a mother of 6, a grandmother of 14, a great-grandmother of 20, a great-great-grandmother of 1, co-founder of the world-renowned Salt and Pepper Gospel Singers, author of Purple Roots and the Little May books, a renowned storyteller, a retired teacher of 48 years. And check this out, at the age of 79, got her double master's in theology and became a certified life coach. Y'all, please, where you at? If you're in the house, in the car, on the job, at the Walmart, at the supermarket, put your hands together. For my grandmother, Elder Maegan Brown. Woo! Mimi.
What?
Mimi, thank you.
I'm excited to be able to do it.
Oh, Mimi, thank you so much. Thank you. We're going to get right into it. Into our questions for you today, okay?
All right.
First question for you, Mimi. How long have you been waking up black?
Well, I've been waking up black for 83 years, which mounts out to be 996 months, 4,316 weeks, 30,322 days as of today.
Ow! Mimi, first off,
What?
yes, God is faithful. He's faithful and he's a keeper, Mimi, ain't he?
Yeah, every day and
Yes,
twice a
ma'am.
Sunday.
You look good, and you came with the numbers and the seconds and the minutes and the hours. I love that.
Yes, I had to bring it to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I love it. And I love it. Okay, Mimi, question number 2. When did you first realize that you weren't just a human being with brown skin, but you were a black woman or a black child?
Well, that had to be when I was about 4 years old. Because there were no pre-Ks or kindergartens, I started first grade at the age of 4.
Okay.
Which meant that I ended up graduating high school at the age of 16. But every morning, every school day, the yellow bus would pass my front door, go up the hill and pick up the white children, take them back down the hill about 4 blocks to their school. But I had to walk 3 miles to get to my school. 3 miles to school in the morning,
3 miles.
3 miles back at lunchtime, 3 miles back after lunch, and 3 miles back in the evening, because they would not take black children on the school buses.
Mimi.
That was fair. And it used to bother me because they would either throw things out the bus at us or spit at us.
While
we were walking to school. Yeah. This was in West Virginia.
This was in West Virginia, my Lord. You remember, we already told your age, so I can say, you remember the year 19, when you was in school, when they were throwing things at you and things like that. When you were in school, 19, like what, maybe 50, 48?
About like 40, 38, 39, 40, 41. About 42 and 43.
43, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I loved the story you would tell us when we were children about how you went across the bridge. Please tell the story, because this is your black, that's what we do on I Woke Up Black. We share our black experience. So please tell that story. I love that story you tell.
Well, in West Virginia, we had to walk quite a distance, back close to a mile, to go to the post office. And there was a little river that was called the Piney River that ran behind our house, but all the way down across to where the post office was. But they had 2 little bridges, one for the blacks and one for the whites. And so it was my job most of the time to go to the post office. Now, let me just push a pause button. My family was the first black family in that area to get a telephone. And our telephone number was 7094. Anywhere you dial in the United States, 7094, you would get the Gibson household.
Come on.
It was a party line. So we had 4 shorts. So it would go ring, 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 and you knew it was for us. So everybody down there, black and white, knew that the Gibsons had a telephone. So that day I went down to the post office, and my mind has always been the biggest nation in the world, was my imagination, always has been. And I was looking at the bridges thinking, why do we have 2 bridges to go just to one post office? And I thought, I wondered, did it feel different? Was it a different texture or what? And I looked around to see if there was anybody around it, and I didn't see anybody. So I was about 8 years old. And I just kind of watched and looked and walked over to the bridge, and I didn't go across it at first. I just kind of looked around to see if anybody was looking, and I didn't see anyone.
Okay.
And I put my little foot up on the bridge and started to walk. And I got about middle ways of the bridge, and I heard somebody say, "Gibson, get off that bridge."
Yeah.
And there was a lady that lived right near the post office, and she wore a bonnet, a little white lady, but she knew who I was. And I walked backwards off the bridge, went to the post office backwards. I didn't turn.
No, you walked backwards.
I walked backwards off the bridge and went to the post office. Between the time I got off the bridge and got to the post office back on, they had called my parents and told them what I had done. Now, I couldn't understand at that time why my parents were so harsh on me.
Yes.
My sister, my older sister Liz and my younger sister Lucy, they didn't take chances, but I did.
You took them chances.
I don't know why. It was just, well, I do know why. Can I say why?
Please do.
My daddy told me I was smart.
That's right.
I was wonderful.
That's right.
I could do anything I wanted to do. I could be anybody I wanted to be. He said I had the character that took. So my daddy pumped me up like that.
That's right.
My daddy told me all the great things.
That's right.
So when I walked outside and they started calling me that N-word, I'm like, you don't know who you're talking to.
Period.
I'm Major Gibson's daughter.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
So because he had told me all these things, that's what I believed.
Yes, ma'am.
I believed my daddy before I believed them. And so when I got home, but remember now, I got to walk down this long dirty road where the river is right over next to it. No, no houses, just the river. My parents were harshly punishing me because the thought was, if you didn't raise your children right, they would take them out. And sometimes children had been found floating.
No.
So my parents wanted to make sure that I was okay.
Yes.
So when I got home, the switches were on the table.
Woo!
And it's like, May, did you go across the wrong bridge? Well, I just wanted to find out if you know that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And so we had a meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
With the switches.
Yes. Yes.
And then got time for another little bit?
Yes, ma'am. No. Help yourself, please. Please go.
There was a movie theater, an old movie theater, and they had downstairs. They had the cushiony seats for the white people to sit in. Upstairs, they go up a set of stairs, and at the top there was these straight chairs, but they never cleaned up there, so it didn't smell nice. It didn't. It was stuff on the floor. So Daddy would give us a nickel to go to the movie theater about once a month to see a cowboy movie. So this particular night, afternoon, my sisters and I were going to the movie theater. When we got to the door, we got our tickets, and they started up the stairs. They said, May, come on. I said, I'm not going up there today. I don't want to go up there. It's not clean, and it's not comfortable. I'm not going up there. And they said, May, you know what's going to happen if I'm not going to do it.
Mimi, you was going against the grain at a young age.
I did. I got in a lot of trouble for breaking Jim Crow laws.
Yeah, what?
So when they started to dim the lights, there was a partition there where this big man was standing, getting ready for the movie. And so they started to dim the lights. He turned over and looked at me and said, Gal, you can't sit down here. And I stood there and looked at him and I said, I'm not sitting, I'm standing.
That's right. Mimi.
He looked down at me and his face turned beet red.
I know.
And it scared me. I'd never seen anybody turn red before. Nobody in my family turned red like that. I took a beeline and went up there. But by the time I got home from the movie theater,
because they had called.
They had called 7094.
Sure did.
And this time the strap was laying on the table.
Oh, no.
The strap was Daddy's. The switches was Mama's.
Oh, my God.
And Daddy put a hurting on me as we had a meeting of the minds.
A meeting of the minds. You know, well, because they were scared. The only reason they did, and I know it probably hurt Granddad's heart because it's like, I tell my girl that she can do anything and be anything and she can go anywhere and do anything, but I don't want to see my girl floating nowhere.
You got it. Exactly what it was. But it took me a long while to understand it. Those are the kind of stories that are going to be in the Little May books.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait for you to tell everybody about the Little May books. But before we talk about that, Mimi, I have one more question.
Go on.
Okay?
Yeah.
Last question for you. What is the best thing about being Black, about the skin you're in? What do you love about it?
I think it's because even as a child and growing up as an adult, they could never read me. They didn't know whether I was happy or mad or they couldn't figure out what made me keep smiling and doing when I had no people around me had done things to me that were unkind.
Yeah.
But I never retaliated because my mom used to say, if you retaliate, that means you're no better than they are.
That's right.
But she said to me, you got to let God take care of it. Now, I must admit, sometimes I felt like God was taking too long to get through with these things.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But that's what Mama said I had to do.
Yeah.
You cannot hate, because hate hurts you from the inside.
Yeah.
And the fact that they couldn't understand why it couldn't break me. And even today, the people that I taught school with for some of the 48 years, we get together for obvious things. It was just going out to dinner. And some of them are younger than me. And they'll say to me, May, you look so good. You don't have no crow's feet. Mm-hmm. Crow's feet? No. I said, look at the crow's body. It's black. Only the feet is white like that. And that's where you see the lines in the circle. Right.
Okay. Look at the body. The body is black.
And so there's no...
I love it. Yes, ma'am.
But that's it. The people couldn't figure me out.
Yes.
So I didn't have to, don't get too familiar with me.
Don't get too familiar.
Don't get too familiar with me. No. I need you to stay at a safe distance, even as my mind.
That's right.
And they couldn't figure me out. So I kind of like.
That's what you like about, I love that. Mimi, you did so excellent.
Thank you.
You did amazing. I don't know if you can see all these hearts, but people have been sending you hearts the whole show.
But I didn't know what that meant.
Yes, that means they love you. That means that you were saying something that connected with them on the inside. Mimi, thank you. Okay, we got a couple of more things to do before we let you go, Mimi. We let everybody get back to their Sunday. Mimi, can you tell us a little bit about your books, the Purple Root books and your Little May books?
The Purple Roots is actually the topic for everything that I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Because purple is my favorite color. And the roots is I'm talking about what happened to me and how I grew up. And the Little May books is going to be when I wrote my thesis to receive my master's degree, they were kind enough to allow me to write about my own life.
Yes.
And the name of my thesis is Coal Dust on My Feet and God in My Heart.
Yes.
Because my dad was a coal miner.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that was the reason. And they were kind enough to let me do it. So I'm taking excerpts from my thesis.
Yes.
And turn them into the Little May books. Because I talk about the different things that I did and how when parents would send me, there was a company store. You might have heard that song, You Owe Your Soul to the Company Store, because I'm a coal miner's daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
And so when we'd go to the company store to get thread, very few of the things that we had to get. Because we raised our own pigs, our own chickens, and even raised pigeons. Back then, we could sell a pair of squabs, which were the baby pigeons, for 25 cents a pair.
Oh, wow.
And when you get through cooking up a pair of pigeons, you didn't know that you didn't have chicken.
Oh, it was that good.
Yes, it was that good.
Wow.
But when you went to the grocery store, it was a given that you do not get in line in front, you do not get served before a white person. So I would go to get a spool of thread from my mom, and I'd have my money in my hand. But when I get to the counter, the first thing I had to do was look back to see if any white person was in line. And they were. You get out of line and go to the end of the line and wait until they are serviced, and then you come back up. And you could do that 4 or 5 times before you could even get a spool of thread. And so you got to the place that after a while, it sort of made me feel like, I don't like this. But I knew I couldn't say anything about that at that time. Right. But you would do that. And finally, when there was no more white people to be waiting on,
then you would go.
I would go up to the counter and get my spool of thread. And if I went up before them, they would act like I wasn't even there. They weren't going to argue with me. They just didn't service me. So,
my goodness.
Get out, go at the back of the line, and let the white people get waited on first. That was just a way of life.
Yes. That was a way of life back then. Oh my goodness. So we're excited. I know all about the Little May books and all of these things, but I just people are excited. They want to know more about it. So can you please, Janique, okay, let me just explain to everybody what's going on. Janique got my grandmother, she got our grandmother together. Y'all see how good my grandma look on this screen? That's because she got her Janicager.
Come up behind me so you can see it.
Yes,
You got
Janique was on our show on Friday. So yeah. I don't know if she want to be on the screen today, but we want to say thank you. Janique, thank you so much for taking care of Mimi and getting her right for our Okay, we appreciate
I just need to say that I've got 3 granddaughters that you just wouldn't believe them. And that's the reason that kind of keep them apart. One is in Baltimore, one is in Virginia, the other is in Connecticut. Yeah. You don't want them all in the same place at the same time.
So true.
You just don't.
Yes. So between Janique and Mona, her firstborn granddaughter, they're getting her books together. They're getting the Little Maid books together. If you need my grandmother for anything, for speaking, for life coaching, for whatever, to speak at an engagement, she's an elder in the Lord's church, so she can come to give you a what happens, like, first ladies services and all those things. So if you need her for anything, Janique, what is Mimi? How do we get in contact with Mimi? Do we get in contact with Mimi through you? How do we do that?
Okay, through her email, and due with this being a pandemic going on, yes. If anybody is doing any type of Zoom program and they need a speaker, storyteller, motivational speaker via Zoom, she is also able to do that. And you can book her by sending an email, and I'm gonna put the card so y'all can take a screenshot.
Yes, and I'm gonna put it in her in the edits under her name. Okay?
Yes, but it is LeathanGibson@yahoo.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
She does not. Nope, she don't want me to do it, but she don't require a lot. But if you want to, bless her.
Yeah,
she is a blessing. Her Cash App.
Come on.
Is $, all capitals, M Gibson Brown.
There you go, y'all. If my grandmother, this is necessary. This is necessary, Mimi. We don't block the blessings, Mimi. Mimi, we don't block the blessings because when people bless you, the Lord sends them blessings, right? Mm-hmm. So if anything my grandmother said today blessed anybody, if you want to sow into the life of Elder Mae Gibson Brown, please, $, M Gibson Brown.
Look at this, why I be getting kicked out. This is why I be getting kicked out.
But see, and we love you, Janique. We know Janique is the resident second generation watchdog for Mimi. She takes care of our grandmother. So great, and we love you.
Did you tell them I live in New Haven, Connecticut?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
my grandmother is in New Haven, Connecticut, and everybody in New Haven. Let me just tell y'all a little bit, but then we're gonna let you go. I know y'all got a Sunday to do. Y'all got y'all Sunday to get going. Whenever I go to New Haven, Connecticut, y'all, it don't matter where I am. You look like Mae Gibson Brown. You Mae Gibson Brown's granddaughter. It could be whatever. Because she is a socialite, royalty, New Haven royalty. When I say this lady
Thank you, Megan.
This lady, excuse me. Okay, well.
Thank you, May.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I love you.
I love you too. Mimi, can I just say one more thing? Okay. One more thing. Look, she done. Okay, but Mimi, everybody knows that I talk about you all the time because I am your namesake. Yeah. I'm so proud to have your name. I'm so proud to be called May again. I love you so much. I love you so much, and I'm gonna let you go.
All right, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, ma'am. I thank you. Nick, thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Bye-bye. That is so good. That is so y'all see Mimi was like, all right, wrap it up. Okay. We love you, Mimi. That was so excellent. Y'all, season 1. I woke up black in the bag. Oh, y'all, I'm so happy, y'all. Thank you. Two simple words does not equate to how I feel. I promise you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all 20. All 20 of the guests that came on I Woke Up Black. Everybody, I just want you to know it wouldn't have been the same without each one of you guys, each one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Season 1 is a wrap. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Okay, everybody, we're going to be back. We will be back. We will be back. When? I'm not sure. But we are going to be back. I promise. I can make a promise and say we will be back. But until then, soon to come, soon to come. Y'all, I'm just so grateful. I just want to say one more thing before I get off. And then I'm promising we'll be done. This lady, the lady that y'all just saw, is the catalyst for I Woke Up Black, along with my dad and of course my friends. But I talked to Mimi about this the end of January. I talked to her about it at the end of January. And I told her the gist of it and what I wanted to do. And it was just a thought. It was just a thought. I said, Mimi, I have a thing I think I want to do. And I told her about it and she said these words. She said, okay. That sounds nice. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like something nice that you could do. Now, don't let the month of February come and go and you have all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Y'all, that's all I needed to hear. When my grandmother told me that, it was like she kicked my butt into high gear. And I said, I dare not have February 28th come and go. And I have nothing to show for it to my grandmother. You know, it was just the way she said it, I heard my mother in my head. I heard my mama say, my mama used to say all the time, you got a lot of lip. You got a lot of lip. I put access to my lip this time. And I'm mighty glad about it. I'm grateful. Thank you, God, that I finished this. Thank you, Lord. And as soon we're going to do it some more. This is not the end, but the fact that I finished it just means so much to me on the inside, y'all. It really does. So I'm not going to hold y'all long because I'll get up here and talk all day. So y'all, thank you again. Thank you again. Shirt again by Leah. I woke up blackity black, black, black. And I'm mighty glad about it. All right, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Thank y'all so much. All right, I'm going to get off. Y'all, until. Stay. You guys, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Everybody saying they proud of me. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I promise you I do. I love y'all so much. All right, until. Episode 20, season 1. Until y'all. Stay black.